Okay, I'm just looking at the existing software installations to get an idea of what's on the system. So I went ahead and searched for the existing software installations by first choosing the display name and then for the word Visio Professional 2007, see what contained that. You see I have software installations with that in the display name. So now I'm just going to go ahead and create my own software model. You could use the information from a discovered model, but I actually just like to create my own. And it totally depends on your license agreement, but I'm going to just assume that the license agreement says that we're just going to cover anything that's Visio Professional 2007. I don't care what revision or what version, just if the software is Professional 2007. So I'm going to create that software model. Test in my description. And then the type of license. So I'm going to go into the discovered model, see what's out there as far as the models. These aren't the installation demo. These are the models that the system thinks that it has. Now this is key because this is discovered information. So these records are the ones that would sync with the discovered installations. So what I have to do is I have to associate what Microsoft thinks are discovered models with what I'm telling, what I'm saying the model is. And when I'm saying, whatever I determine the model, that's what the license is going to be aligned with. So here I'm going to search for the publisher of Microsoft for the display name of Visio Professional 2000. So here's what Microsoft is discovering, the data that we're importing. Now if you notice, we have Visio 2007, but different versions, then also 2 records with or more with the same version, yet the revisions or other key information is different. That's why we're getting different distinct records for each. So if I go into one, you'll see the revision is revision 3. If I go into another record, you're going to see that the revision has a different value. So this means that our import process is keying off of revision. It could be keying off of some other fields. That's something that we need to determine if we want to keep using that going forward. At any rate, because this is the case, I have to associate my software model with all the different revisions and versions of Visio Professional 2007 in order to get an aggregate count of all the Visio Professional 2007s that are installed. So I go through and add them all, associate them, go back to the documentation, see what I'm supposed to do next. I will create the software license. So in the software license, I'm just going to associate the model that I created with my license count. And that now is going to associate with all the discovered models and therefore all the installations. So that's the name of my model. Just say I put in, what, 50? Stockroom, I'm not sure why they keep showing up. There's have to be a value for software. So now that record's saved. Now I'm pretty sure I have everything in place. I can go and do my counter, I think, is the next step. So I'm going to create my new counter, name it anything I want. The key is to associate it to a software model that I care about. And the one I care about is the one that I created, because that software model is relating to the discovered models that are relating to the installations that Microsoft found. So the difference between the license counter and the software model from these other records that we're dealing with is that these are records that I'm manipulating, that Microsoft has nothing to do with. The SCCM is managing the other data. So now I just go in, I refresh, or do account license. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes you have to wait. Refresh, or reload form. And then when I go back to the list view, you see that the count completed, it just by chance happened to run. And you see that I am in violation right now because I have more installations than what I have rights for.